So I just got the email about the Ferrari Luce, if that's how you pronounce it, brand new car from Ferrari, and it literally stopped me in my tracks because I was having a look at the pictures and I was shocked that this could actually be a new Ferrari release. Now this is an all electric, so this is a full EV car from Ferrari. And in this video, we're gonna have a look at the design and what I think might happen in terms of prices. Now, first of all, the first thing I want to mention is the design. Like on the face of it, it doesn't look great. But sometimes you get new cars that at the beginning you're like, I'm not sure about that shape. I'm not sure how that will age or how that will look. 100%. And then months to years down the line, it's one of the best, most iconic shapes and designs on the road. That can happen. And the question is, will that happen with this particular car? The best way I could answer that is to see this car in video format and potentially to see other colors as well. And I find it really interesting that the reviews you're seeing at the moment online about this car are mostly from tech YouTubers like Marcus Brownlee here. So not from the usual car journalists or car experts. So that in itself is worrying. But anyway, on the video, when you have a look at the shape of this car, you're looking at it, you're like, that does not look good at all, like from any angle. And if you have a look at it from the back here as well, it's pretty hideous. And I'm looking at that thinking that's probably one of the worst designed cars I think I've ever seen. This is a BMW E63, so the original 6 Series. And when this came out, most people, including myself, thought this was an absolutely hideous car, one of the ugliest cars ever made. And again, from any angle. From the front, it looked like some sort of weird trout or fish. From the back, it had this weird hump. Just looked horrendous. And again, there were some people there who was like, well, obviously over years and stuff, it will age really well and it will start to look good. It never did. It just looked really, really bad right from the beginning. Most alloy options on it, apart from the M6, looked horrible as well. This car was just depressing to look at. End of story. And I think that's what's happened here with the Ferrari Luce. Now, when the Taycan first came out, especially in estate format, I thought that looked fantastic. That's actually a really good looking car. I mean, I hate electric vehicles, especially full EVs, but it's a good looking car. It almost looked like a Ghostbusters car or something. It had really nice wide arches and stuff, had a really good stance, and in certain colors, very pretty car. To the point that I would almost have considered buying one if it wasn't full electric. And it's aged reasonably well. I mean, the numbers are too high, and obviously it won't be as fun to drive as a V12 or a V10 or something, but it was obvious from the beginning. So going back to this email I received about this Luce or Lucy, I've not talked about some of the amazing features I'm sure it has so far. And the reason I've not talked about it is it's irrelevant, because this is supposed to be a Ferrari. If it looks that bad from the outside and it's not going to be a thrill to drive because it's a full EV, what is the point of looking any further? In fact, I would take it a step further. I'm actually suspicious of what this is and what they're doing here and why they've released this car. They've almost intentionally made it really bad and ugly. Is it because of EU pressures that they have to have a certain number of electric cars? Have they intentionally just made this full EV in this kind of four-door SUV market so it stays away from their main key demographic? And the main key demographic they're not going to kind of touch. And then the next thing is, this is supposed to be 500,000. Some people are saying £600,000 or euros, brand new. And a lot of them have already been ordered and sold. That is crazy. But this is actually really good news for existing Ferrari owners. I have a Ferrari, and when we go through and we look at the range of Ferraris from the 2010s especially, I think crazy things are about to happen. They've already begun. Like if you look at the 458, for example, these are convertible 458s. The cheapest red one in the country now is 230 grand. We're already seeing a re-rating. The Speciale Apertas are now 1.5 million. Obviously, these are not sold prices, but they're not going to be far off in terms of the direction that we're actually going in. Absolutely crazy. And this is going to continue. Because think about it now. If you're a Ferrari buyer, you want something really fun. You might want to show off a bit. You want some theatre. these are the types of cars you're going to have to go backwards now. And the thing is, these are so much cheaper than the newer electric ones. And in my opinion, way better looking. So for example, a SF90 Spider, I saw one recently in person. Don't like how it looks personally. I mean, it's a decent looking car, but nowhere near as beautiful as a 458. And again, you don't get the theatre as you would in a naturally aspirated V8 or V12. So if these are 350 and you had the option to buy this or a 458 for 150, which you can't even get anymore actually, they're going up, aren't they going to meet somewhere in the middle in terms of price? And then maybe the older ones will actually take over here? I just can't see that not happening now. So I think if you have any older Ferrari, you're going to do really well. I mean, with the electric ones, we saw what happened with the prices of the Taycan. I think the Purosangue might actually do all right now because the new car is so bad. But let's just have a look at the values. This is 43 on sale, and they start at 320. So they're still, I would say, still overall depreciating. Maybe have a bit more to go, but will they reach a level where they then hold? They're still too new, in my opinion. So I personally wouldn't hold cash in a Purosangue. I would look at something older. But it's a very, very interesting time, especially if you're into car collecting, holding one or two assets you think might either stay flat or appreciate. I think an old Ferrari now is really, and when I say old, I don't mean really old. I mean more medium modern, like late 2000, anywhere from 2005 to let's say 2016, something like that. That's the sweet spot. Any of them. So it could be an FF. It could be looking into stretch into an 812. So any in that area. So it could be the F12 or stretch into an 812. It could be 458, of course. Maybe F430, especially if you can get a manual in a good spec. But things are changing and it's already started to happen. I'll give you a really good example. So when I was looking at 458s, I saw, and this was not too long ago, I saw a light blue one. It was Grigio alloy, the color, and it was on sale with main dealer Ferrari, and it came up for 180, I believe. I think it was 180, 182, or maximum 185. It was around that price point. And I saw it, and I realized when I saw the price, because it had only done 7,000 miles, so rare, very rare color, not the ideal color in these. But still beautiful, very, very rare color. And it was a convertible. So based on today's prices that we're seeing here, you would argue that that should probably be worth, I would say around this mark, 220, something like that. But this was literally, I'm saying it was just weeks ago. They had listed it for 182, 185. I even called about it. And it sold within hours. Literally within hours it was sold and gone. Because they had underpriced their car. They didn't. This is Ferrari main dealer. They've obviously got expert salespeople there and stuff like that. They didn't even bother to check or anything. And they underpriced their car, I think, by at least 30, 40 grand. Madness. But it just goes to show any low mileage 458, people will bite your arm off right now. And they will hold it. And there was another one here that was, I think, somebody had purchased from auction for about 185, something like that they had sold for 220. It had gold wheels, red with black, brilliant spec. It had the carbon bucket seats and everything. That was a quick flip for 30 grand. I think the dealer had made on that one. So I'm going on a tangent here, but let me know what you think below. I think this is god awful. Like there's nothing. The lights don't look cool or good. Interior looks kind of average. The outside looks horrendous. These little black bumpers underneath just don't go at all. The wheels are horrible. Like maybe if the wheels were nice. What this black thing is at the front, I don't know. The colors they're bringing these cars out in, something's suspicious about this. Something's off. I can't actually believe. I mean, sometimes Ferrari make average-ish cars. Think about the 456 and stuff like that. But I can't imagine they could have made a car this bad. Like this is, even for me, this is a massive shock. But again, massive opportunity. If you're looking to purchase a Ferrari and literally buy a car and have free motoring, because I believe it's free, even with maintenance and servicing, because I believe any of these old ones that I've just mentioned from 2005, 2015, minimum, they're going to go up 5-10 grand a year. Absolute minimum. I think you'll do really well. Thanks for listening.